Somewhere I have a pencil. I'm working on my comic today because I have nothing better to do. And hi, baby. For those who don't know, I have a black and white fuzzy cat. Her name is Samantha. She is 14 years old, so if you hear purring noises, it's probably her. Although I can purr. How did I discover this weird talent, you may ask? When I was in the first grade, I started messing around. I don't know what I was doing. And I was going, grrr, grrr. Hi, baby. And I was like, that almost sounds like a prayer. So I closed my mouth. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but that's me. So I have that hidden talent, and I was showing some of my little friends. Oh God, freaking out because they couldn't figure out how to do it, and I couldn't explain how I was doing it. Basically, I don't know if anyone speaks Spanish or has any experience, but like where you're like vibrating your vocal cords or whatever to make the R, the rolling R. It's basically the same sort of thing, but with a closed mouth, and you just go like you breathe in and out while doing it. I don't know how else to explain it. And at that point, I was like, I don't know how I'm doing it. I just figured out that I can. And it was freaking everybody out. And my teacher's like, don't grind your teeth. And I was like, I'm not grinding my teeth. And I had to literally, okay. I had to literally open my mouth and go for her. And then I closed my mouth and I was like, I'm doing that, but with a closed mouth. And she's like, why? And I was like, I don't know. That was so funny. I have to teach my goddaughter how to do it. She's like 3, almost 4. Oh my God. The baby, she's growing up too fast. She'll be going into kindergarten before you know it. Oh my God. And then through high school, and then I'll feel so old. Oh my God. I feel like his nose is too big. I was chatting with a coworker, and I'm going to call him Candle Guy because he makes candles. That's not his real name. And we were talking about different slightly funny stories and the lessons we learned. And I was talking about when I was in the 5th grade, I had this crush. I'm going to call him Milo because he looked very much like Milo Fatch from Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Scrawny, nothing but knees and elbows. Kid had thick ass glasses, but he was so sweet and he was pretty smart, and Hi, Drug. I haven't heard from you in forever. By the way, Discord is being a jerk. I sent you a friend request there. I don't know if you were just not wanting to, like, talk or whatever, but I thought I'd let you know that. But anyway, the candle guy and I were talking. And, he was saying that, what was I talking about? You got me sidetracked, Drug. I hope you're happy. Anyway, oh yeah, Milo. That's not his real name, by the way. This guy that I had a crush on in 5th grade. And he, I was going to go to a totally different, middle school than most of the people I was going to go to with. And, so it was, you're fine. I kind of figured you just didn't want to deal with social media or whatever. Or Discord's being a jerk, which sometimes it is. Anyway, and, so I'd had a crush on this kid since like 3rd grade. He was so nice. He was one of the few kids who was like actually actively nice to me. And which is probably why I had a crush on him. I really don't like how I'm drawing this character's face. He was blonde. I think he had blue eyes. I have a thing. Blondes, I swear to God. But anyway, the Milo guy, we were having a end of year party type deal, for, 5th grade, and I knew I'd probably not see most of these people again, because like I said, I was transferring to a totally different school than most of my classmates, which in a way was good, and because I was picked on a lot, and I worked up my courage. And I walked over to, this guy, Milo. Again, not his real name. And it was like the last 30 minutes or so of the party, and I had been working up my courage to ask him to dance. And I finally went over to him and I was like, "Hey, Milo, would you care to have a dance with me?" And he told me no. Because he was too tired. I guess either A, I had good taste and all the other girls thought he was hot too. B, I had bad timing. Or C, he came up with an excuse and I should have asked him earlier so that I could have potentially poisoned his drink and made it look like an accident. No one would have suspected me because I was the good kid. Ha 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 ha. And my coworker was like, "Oh my God, Jillian, no." He's like, probably that kid was just like shy or something. And I was like, maybe, but you know. Like, I still remember this first name. I should try and look him up on Facebook and see if he's married or whatever, and like secretly stalk him or whatever. Only just a little bit, just to see if he is still as cute as he was back in the day, really gay, or, which is a totally valid choice, I'm not making fun of that, Or, like, what happened to him? Did he end up in prison? Just out of curiosity. There was this other kid, Farm Boy. I'm gonna call him Farm Boy. Again, not his real name. Farm Boy was one of the other few people who, like, all the guys really were nice to me. Just a little bit. Okay. Every now and again, then it's a lot. Okay, every now and again I'll get curious about some of my classmates. Like, okay, I don't know if you've seen my video series about Mary Jane. Again, not her real name. She was a classmate of mine in high school. Oh. Why do I have an alarm for this time? Stop it. Stupid thing. And she was really not great. Art was one of my few safe spaces ever, like, in my life. And not that my life was crapola or anything. I could be myself. I didn't have to worry about my disabilities. That type of thing. And it was something I was halfway decent at. And, you know, the points don't really matter. Ha ha ha. Anyway. And, she was really mean to me, and she was always on drugs. And not the fun kind like you are, drugs, the Reaper. But actual Mary Jane. I sometimes... Hold on. What did you say? And I sometimes get concerned about the boys I've buried. But you don't see me go back and check and tell him. Oh. Well, I just, like, Google search some people every now and again, and that's sort of how I found out Mary Jane was in prison the last time I checked. So, I don't know, it's just out of morbid curiosity. It doesn't do anything, but I think it's hilarious. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Working on my comic, because I have nothing better to do. Ooh. Oh, I thought of a hilarious thing while talking to my coworker today. A couple of nights ago I streamed, and I can't remember for the life of me who said it on the chat, but they just randomly posted, it's a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world, and I was like, oh, I like that song, it's a good song, it has a nice beat, whatever. Anyway, and I didn't think too much about it, and then today I was thinking about, I was like, oh my god, he's awesome and hilarious if I did an animatic type deal where it was the Magnificent Maiden, which is my OC. This is her. She's adorable. She's a magical girl, and basically her going, I'm a magical girl living in a magical world. It's fantastic. Fighting bad guys night and day. You know, just a parody thingy of it. And then I started looking up the actual lyrics of the freaking song, It's a Barbie World. I was like, oh my god, this song is a lot more sexual than I remembered. I was like, okay, I don't know how much y'all are familiar with this song. Hold on. Let me Google it. Okay, we all remember the chorus, I'm a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world. Life is in plastic. It's fantastic. And imagination, life is your creation. But there's a bunch of lines about, you can brush my hair, you can undress me anywhere. You can touch me, you can play. If I say, ooh, 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 it goes on quite a bit, and it's a long ass song. I forgot how long it is. Where's that really, really dirty line? It was like talking about you can touch me anywhere, and I'm like, oh my god, I thought this was about playing with Barbie dolls. What the heck? In all fairness, I was in kindergarten when I first heard this song. And I was like, oh my god, it's about my favorite Barbie girl. Last night, or a couple nights ago, someone posted on the stream, or chat, or whatever the heck, part of the lyrics, and it got me thinking about a funny on Mac I want to do, where it's like, a magical girl parody, and then I started, like, actually looking up the lyrics of the song. It's Life Sixth Doll. I don't know, I liked Barbie when I was little. It's something that I definitely would introduce to a daughter. I mean, Barbie, to me, she gets a lot of slack, or a lot of, like, hate, and I don't feel like that's necessary. She should be a good role model, and, like, in the song, they call her freaking bimbo, and I'm like, girls and boys and everything else, like, she's a doctorate of several different forms of doctor types. She's a teacher, which, that one maybe. She's been an astronaut, for goodness freaking sake, and that was in the times before, like, people were starting to talk about, like, oh, this is going to be a tourist thing to do next for super rich people. So it's just one of those things. It's fantastic. Now I got that song stuck in my head again. She crushes men for their money, aka Ken. See, I don't think so, because, think about it. She's got all the degrees. Ken, usually, all he does is being a surfer boy. And I don't know if you've seen it, but what's that YouTube series? I recommended it to you forever ago. It's like a Barbie stop motion type thing, but it's very much for adults. They kind of go into it a little bit, where Ken is basically a live-in boy toy. And so, I mean, they don't ever talk about Ken having multiple jobs or multiple interests. He's usually surfer boy. You know, maybe, or groom to Barbie. But maybe I've thought about it too much. I had a teacher who was my research teacher. And for those who don't know, resource is sort of this thing for people who have learning disabilities, and it's to help them catch up. And they didn't do a good job. That's not Mrs. Because Ken is down to earth and Barbie is tripping hard. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I have an emotional attachment to weird things. But anyway, this teacher, I'm going to call her Mrs. Barbie because that's what she looked like. I called her that, but to me, as a little girl, that was a compliment. Because I liked Barbie. I didn't understand how that could be connotated otherwise. And I get it kinda now, but logically speaking, Barbie is like a successful mogul, particularly at that point in time. Not so much anymore. I think she's still a big thing, but other things have taken up Barbie's spot. And I think what they need to do in order to kind of help it is to go back to some basics. And so instead of having her be in 1,012 outfits and 1,000,000 connotations of Barbie, have the outfits sold separately, have a single doll or a couple different dolls, and they come in like their swimsuit wear or whatever, and then maybe have some special edition type things like the Christmas Barbie, because people still collect those. When I was little, I was made... Hold on, I didn't see that. When I was a little kid, I made my Barbies get divorced. That says a lot about me. Yeah, it does, Drug. I'm sorry, sweetie. See, my Barbies, they had epic adventures, usually. I was only allowed to have one male doll, so all the chicks had to share. They were not very good at sharing. Oh my god. One of my friends, when I was little, one shot the mermaid. Oh my god. There was a girl I knew. I don't know if her parents were ever married or not. I cannot, for the life of me, remember. I am going to call her... Hold on, let me think. Glasses, because she wore glasses. Glasses and I met in 2nd grade. She was a little bit odd, but so was I, in all fairness. Her dad was really nice. I liked her father. Good thing I had a police Barbie. Yeah, I'm sure she got a lot of... But then the Barbie got shot, I'm guessing. Oh my god. See, the Barbie my friend Glasses, there were only Princess Barbies. Then there was only Princess Barbies. I had like a good little collection. I had more girl dolls, but it wasn't or anything. The 030. I'm a little messed up. We're all a little bit messed up, drug. But she was really not allowed to have any male dolls, and she cut her Barbie's hair short, like a couple of them. You still don't know why the Princess Barbie had a gun or kept her sister alive in a cellar. Huh. Well, sometimes we have to work through our feelings in a weird way. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure Glass's stepfather, now looking back, that he touched her, if not fully penetrated, because of some of the games that she would try to introduce into the play. And I was like, okay, whatever. But they get married, right? Because I was a stupid kid. Oh, God. And it was usually not even that the daddy doll or whatever. Well, as long as you were having fun, I guess. It wasn't even the daddy doll who would touch the girl dolls. It was like a boyfriend, and so they were in a relationship. So I don't know if she was seeing her parents and or her mom and her stepfather going at it accidentally and was like working that out. I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. What, baby? I don't fully claim to be a psychiatrist. We usually... Okay, what Glasses and I would do, we take stories that we liked, such as whatever Disney was popular at the time, and we would play act those and add our own flair to them. So basically it was fan fiction before I knew what fan fiction was. And how did I design her outfit? She, for example, I had the Aladdin dolls, and we liked playing with Aladdin. None of it made sense looking back. We liked playing with, Hercules, I think, was the other one that we did a lot. And again, usually didn't make any freaking goddamn sense. When Glasses moved to... Okay, I live in the southern parts of the United States. Glasses to the next state over. And it was just across the border. So we were still able to see each other fairly often for a while. And she wrote to me, I wrote to her, that sort of thing. And so every now and again my mom would tell me, hey, Glasses is supposed to be here. Her mom told me, blah, blah, you might want to clean your room. And so I would hurry up and clean up my room and get my Barbie's hair brushed and all this stuff. And I would go out onto my porch, which the way my porch is or was, okay, I have a wraparound. This is the house, and then this is the deck, and here's the front door, and there's a side door, and then there's like a little thing with steps going down and some steps going up, because my house is on a hill, kinda, and my driveway was here. So I would sit usually right in here where I could see their car pulling up, and so that I could run straight down to greet her, because she was one of the few friends who would come over to my house, who my mom actually let come to my house. Anyway, she very rarely actually came, and for the longest time I thought that maybe it was my mom telling me that in order to get my room cleaned. But I talked to my dad fairly recently about it, and he said what would happen, whether or not this is actually true, is that she would call, they would get busy, and then decide not to come for one reason or another. Which, to me, you don't freaking tell a kid who decided to see her friend that they're coming and then not show up. Like 90% of the time. It got so bad, I just wouldn't clean up my room half the time. Because I knew, not that, it got bad a few times when I was a kid, but it wasn't like super bad or anything at any point. And, my mom got mad about it, and I was like, there's not a point in cleaning my room if she's not coming. And it got me into that bad habit of just not cleaning my room up. And I should just have kept my room nice anyway, whether company was coming or not. But it got me into that bad habit for the longest time. See, we all have our skeletons. Mine just happens to be glittered. I wonder whatever happened to her. I know kinda what happened to her. Like, I actually ran into her about 10-ish years ago, I want to say. Maybe. She was actually back in Tennessee, which is the state I live in. Don't worry, it's a huge state. And anyway, it's like, I ran into her at Walgreens, which if you don't have one, is like a gas station. And where would his... I'm thinking that would be too long. I'm the only one. I'm sure Drug is like, oh my god, her sketches are looking awful. God, Jillian, why? Because she does really nice, neat sketches. Meanwhile, mine look like a 2-year-old. She's internally screaming like, oh my god, Jillian, why the hell? My mom, she was super overprotective, by the way. She would never let me go over to the neighbor kid's house. They always had to come over to my house, which was dumb. We don't live in a high trafficked neighborhood. A. B. All the kids ran in everybody else's yard besides me, which is probably why I didn't make friends that easily. And the few times that I did disobey, I got so chewed out by my mom, it wasn't even funny. I went not next door, but the 2 doors down, I guess. And the kids had this tree house. I had a tree house too when I was a kid. But the kids had this like zip line type deal, slide down, sort of like how the parks have it. And something else. The way their creek part in their house was, or near their house, was you could actually see down in the bottom, and there was like frogs and stuff. And the little girl, I can't remember her name, but the little girl, she invited me over to play. And she had a little brother who was like, she was like a year younger than me, a couple years younger than me. She was about the same age as me. She was like a year younger, year older, maybe. But anyway, the little brother was like a couple years younger than us. Like, if I was 7, the little girl might have been 6, and the little brother was maybe like, I don't think he was that young, though. I'm thinking I was like 9, and the little girl was like 8, and the little brother was like 7, maybe. But anyway, they came over to my house a couple times. That I had a big, huge porch. I had bunch of toys, both indoor and outdoor toys. I had a huge yard. My yard's was one of the biggest in the neighborhood, and so it's not as, so we had a huge amount of space to run around and play and stuff. And so how did I draw? Insert photo. palm trees and stuff. But we started playing, and she was like, come on over to my house. And I was like, can I please, Mom? And she's like, no. And at some point I was told that if I didn't come over to their house sometimes, they just wouldn't be my friend anymore. So thanks, Mom. Thanks for making me not have any friends as a little kid. And this, Glasses was one of the few people I had actually been to her house and spent an hour at her house. Like, my mom liked her father, didn't much like her mother. And quite frankly, Glass's parents were like okay with me being the one hosting or whatever. I guess so the girls don't make too much noise, or the girls will make more noise at your house or whatever. Free night off. And but she wouldn't let me spend the night at Glass's house because her father smoked, and she was scared that he would catch us on fire or something stupid. But she was at the local Walgreens. She had dyed her hair blacker than night, and she looked pretty good. Looked actually stable. She had went through some issues though. Like, she was diagnosed with bipolar syndrome. She had, and this was when she was about 13, 14. We had talked for a long time. And I'm sort of like a golden retriever. I'm very loyal, and I try to keep contact with my friends. And unless they do something like super scary or bad to me necessarily, I will probably do my best to maintain that friendship. And I don't know what that says about me. But she had literally hit a teacher, not accidentally, and not meaning to. She had done it in such a way that she injured the teacher, and the teacher was like pregnant, and she did something else where I can't remember now. She sent me a couple threatening notes. Like, I wrote to her pretty regularly, and like, I think once a week about that, and we'd talk sometimes over the phone about once a month, if possible. And I wasn't very good at writing because I had, and still do, have a lot of learning disabilities. So for every, I would try to respond as quickly as I could with my mom's help. to write her. But, I guess she wasn't getting them quick enough or whatever. And she started sending me quite threatening, like, if you don't continue writing with me, I will, the next time I come into town, I will kill you. I will kill your family. You know, I know where you live. At that time, we had an outdoor dog, and she described that she would cut him open while he was still alive, and other such things. Not saying all people with bipolar syndrome is like that, but, and she might have been dealing with her own demons, but I, like, as Drug says sometimes, I yeeted myself out of that situation. I was like, hey, listen, glasses, I love you, but I can't anymore, hun. And so that's probably, like, my most toxic friendship that I ever had that I can remember. And she literally threatened my safety, my family's safety, and my dog's safety. I miss Snoopy. He was a sweet dog. Boop, boop, boo, doo, doo, doo. I'm trying to think of something else funny from my childhood. Or where my mom was being ridiculous. Oh. Okay. Next door to me, when I was a kid, lived this little blonde kid for the longest time. He was a few years younger than me. Like, if I can't remember how old I was when he was in the neighborhood. But he was like maybe 3 years younger than me. And I'm putting some lotion on my hands. I'm like a dry lizard person. If I think he was 3 years younger than me. He may have only been a year or two younger than me. But he was a strange little boy. Paler than the moon. And he and I played some, not like super hardcore or anything. But his mom had came to my mom and asked her if she would babysit for a while. And I think this kid had like a super generic name. I will not swear upon this name, but I think his name was like Josh or Sean or some boy name. So I'm gonna call him the boy. He had an actual name, but this has been forever ago. And my mom was like, sure, you'll keep Jillian out of trouble for a few hours too. Why not? I'm not sure if she paid my mom or not. I can't remember. I don't think she did. But she told my mom, I'll be back. I've got some appointments or something. We're gonna, I'll be back here about 7 o'clock. So you be good for Miss Lynn, which was my mom's name, and I'll be back about dinner time. And so she left, and me and the little boy played for a while. We played mostly downstairs in the basement. Because it was kind of rainy outside, and all that I had in the toy room was like Barbie dolls, and he didn't want to play with Barbie dolls. This was back in the 90s, so little boys were highly discouraged to play with Barbie dolls. And so we played with this race car set that I had downstairs that was technically my brother's. And then we played with this animal set that was downstairs in this, my dinosaurs. Like, I had a collection of dinosaurs that were actually mine. I actually found those while digging around in boxes, and I was like, I could have sworn I had more freaking dinosaurs than this. But we played with some dinosaurs. We played with this like circus type set that I had, and something else. I had a kitchen set, and we played restaurant. That was down there. Discord didn't send you one? Hold on. Like I said, Discord is stupid. I sent you a friend request. Hold on, let me try again. Okay, it's fixed now, I think. So ignore that last text that I sent you, Drug. It was saying, it said, oh. Hi, do you want to be part of the stream, or do you want me to hang up on my stream? Hello? Hold on. Hang up. Try again. Hello? Hi, do you want to actually stream with me, or do you want to hang up on the stream?
I don't mind.
Okay.
I mean, after what I said in chat, what could be worse?
Okay, everyone, not that anyone ever watches this, but this is my friend Drug the Reaper. Say hi, Drug the Reaper.
You know they watch it after. And hello, she's been wanting me to come on here for months now.
My evil plot has finally worked.
finally got to a point where it was just like, get over here. We're gonna think you don't exist.
They're gonna think that I made you up.
But with how little I post and how vaguely I post, yeah.
I was starting to think you had died.
And with how rarely I post art and videos or streams, and they're just random, you can easily auto-tune your voice to sound like me.
Oh my god.
Just 50% more male.
I can't freaking draw eyebrows today.
I'm just gonna confuse everybody, and they're gonna be thinking that Jillian is Drug the Reaper.
Nope.
No, we're not the same entity.
Nope.
We once were, though. For like a moment.
I don't recall this.
Until I felt bad.
Oh yeah. Drug the Reaper did a bad trick on me where she pretended that she was me or the Magnificent Maiden type character for like an hour, if that long.
I was masquerading in a skirt.
They look better on me anyway, it's fine.
That just reminds me, one day I'll have to draw a drug in a magical girl outfit. That's gonna look unappealing.
I think she'd be cute like that.
If it doesn't fit.
Oh my god.
Her belly fat hanging out.
Oh my god. We keep talking about switching their colors or whatever. Oh my god. I can't freaking draw freaking hair today. Why did I draw his hair to be so difficult? Why did I do that to myself?
Why am I drawing Monster Hunter monsters all of a sudden? Because I wanted to.
Well, it was either work on my freaking comic that's never ever going to get done. I enjoy it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. But it's never going to get done. Or
between record something to draw for a YouTube video, finish the 3 projects I have, or start a completely new one that you're probably not going to finish either, go back to another one and finish it a month later after you probably upgraded your skills a lot. So that's what I'm doing.
well, sometimes that's how it works out, sweetie.
I don't know why, I've just been in a sketchy mood.
I don't know if you've looked at my DeviantArt recently, but I've been posting a lot of... Hold on, I'll show people who don't know. Not that anyone ever watches beside you. I've been doing lots of sticker designs here recently.
Well, you heard it here first. Frog Boy, I'm the new MVP. Get out of here.
Oh my god! I haven't heard from him in forever. Maybe he's gone.
You know everybody watches these after.
I know.
They can skip the silent parts.
I like surprisingly enough, one of my streams have been doing really good, and I'm like, what the hell? And it's one that I didn't even talk in, and I was like, do people hate my voice?
Nah, that's not it. You sound like Jaden, so you're fine.
I don't know. I need a burb.
We have to improvise. Quick, let me get on your shoulder.
Well, you do have wings.
I mean, sometimes.
Most of the time you draw yourself with wings, though. Like 90% of the time, I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed it where I was talking about how I learned how to purr like a cat.
No, I was here for that.
Oh, okay.
Just being quiet and being like, yes, this is the thing that will land you a man.
Yes.
I mean, he might wear a suit and it'll be kind of furry, but at least there'll be a man underneath there.
We think, maybe.
He goes by mystical pyro fox dragon. That is his gender.
I have dated furries before, so.
I mean, they're actually really nice people.
Yeah, they are.
Which is why I feel semi-safe making that joke.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, I'm kind of a furry. I've drawn myself as a furry before.
I mean, I have furry OCs, and Cain is literally a lamb, demon, god, Indian thing with buff arms.
Yeah. And you wonder why people want you to draw porn of him.
Hey, there's fur under there. Like, what do you expect? You ain't gonna see no nips. It's all for the... naked, but he just looked like a lamb with arms.
Well, it's sort of like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Like, you know, he's all furry everywhere, including down there. But...
Oh god, it's edgy Disney lovers.
Exactly. It's like 50 Shades of Grey, but Disney.
It's just kind of sadder because it's actually canon that Cain is actually interested in May, which is like a furry cat girl.
The singer girl that I drew forever ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's who he likes. Sorry, guys. Poor girls.
He's spoken for. He's a spoken for man.
Almost.
Man beast.
But you probably wouldn't want to see his unmentionables anyway.
What I don't... Okay. I want your opinion. And I have my own opinions. But I want to know your opinion on furries. Do you think they need to be anatomically correct?
The animal parts, yes. Like, you have to tell the difference between a fox and a doggo. Or a wolf.
Okay. But do you think okay, let's say a dog furry. Should a dog furry girl have, 6 tits?
If that's what you want, that's a requirement.
Oh my god.
I mean, furries are literally a mix of human and animal. If you're just talking about animal, you just want a fucking animal at that point.
I can't draw them like that. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not furry enough for most people, but I'm just like, no. No judgment on what everybody likes. It's just, I can't.
I mean, I mostly draw safe for work furries. I think the most not safe for work one I ever draw was just Rose, and the only reason she's not safe for work is she kind of has underwear as pants. That's the only reason. Like, she's fully dressed, it's just kind of a little iffy.
See, I drew... Hold on, it's old art. Drug did my profile thingy, by the way. Let me see. This is kind of old art, and it Oh, here it is. This is like my most non-PG 13-iest thing I think I've ever drawn that like is suggestive, other than a few fan art pieces. One of which was a commission from a friend, and then the other one was I don't remember now what it was. Someone was taking pictures of their baby, a cousin or something, and they had gotten more or less, like, the woman was shirtless, the guy was shirtless, and the baby was naked, and it looked really cute and artsy and whatnot. And then I drew basically the same thing, but for Sailor Moon and baby Chibiusa Rini.
Yeah, I think I'd actually seen that one before.
Yeah, people were like, why are they naked? And I was like, I don't know.
Because they're naked.
I wanted to show the vulnerability of the human form. Insert more artsy crapola whatever.
I want to draw naked people because they're naked people.
I have reasons sometimes. Not very good reasons, but I have reasons.
Doesn't matter the reason, it's art.
I think part of it was I wanted to practice the human form. And
Have you ever heard, like, the first rule of art? Don't question it. I mean, you can critique it, of course. Dislike it, sure, but don't question it. You'll regret it.
well, sometimes I think it's appropriate to ask, but
I mean, would you ask about one of my more... Like, go on, ask me what gave me the idea or even the imagination to make a Larry.
I kind of figured you started drawing and that's what ended up on the page. That would be my guess, knowing
Larry
you.
Was very well thought out.
Okay, never mind.
Larry was a creation.
I like Larry.
Living, breathing organism to hang my jacket on.
I don't know that he could bear the weight of a jacket.
I mean, he can spin around like a Beyblade.
Oh my god. Thanks, Drug, for getting that theme song stuck in my head now.
I mean, it was also, it was partly Beyblade, too.
The evil plot of Evil Sea.
The evil tale of Beyblade. Blade.exe.
Oh my god.
The human fidget spinner.
Oh my god.
That'll be my next creation.
Oh my god, yes. I can't think of what your newest OC is called, but you need to make him into a t-shirt that says fabulous.
Oh, I actually finished the first guy. I'm still working on the second guy. You want to see?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I actually got to open it first. Because I didn't save it. Well, I saved it as the program, of course, but not the PNG.
By the way, and I'll do it later too, where, but if you want to link yourself, I don't think anybody's watching besides us. Yeah.
I don't think anybody really gives a shit about who I am. They're probably just like, who's this perverted little bitch?
I'm at least trying to promote my friend, gosh darn it.
Not to mention, the people that watch you probably aren't interested in the shit that I do.
We make the oddest couple.
I'm drawing a realistic dinosaur that I slayed today, and you're drawing some dude that vapes out vapor from his hands.
I'm drawing cute, fluffy things.
We get it, you vape.
Actually, I don't.
Oh.
I'm drug-free. This is me all natural. You don't have drugs to blame for it.
I actually don't have drugs to blame for it right now. I've been like 1 year drug-free.
Yay.
Drug is sober.
No. Ooh, that's really cool. Do I have permission to show this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Look at her art, it's so pretty. I love the hair. Oh, their eyes are different. That's cool.
Yeah, they're brothers. Not twins, though.
And obviously. The one on the right, for some reason, I want him, like, you can do what you want, obviously. But for some reason, he gives me clown vibes. Like, more so than the other one.
You mean the left?
No. It's the eye makeup or eye tears. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah. No, I'm drug free. Have been forever. I don't. Other than like doctor
Also,
prescribed.
You want to hear the beginning of their backstory?
Sure.
The reason that these guys came into existence in my universe, anyway, is because one night Drug was drunk. And some dude was hitting on her in the bar, and she's just like, I don't need you, I can make my own men. And then she went home, went into her father's workshop, and made her own bodyguards.
Is that why they're hot?
Yeah, pretty much. And then she woke up the next morning and just says, who the fuck are you? And then looks at the other one, what is that?
Like, Mommy, don't you remember?
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad because the one on the left kind of explodes Fear's arm off, and then Fear gets traumatized. But you know, the war veteran had to have some PTSD eventually. He had it coming.
Yeah. There's been a...
happens when you throw a grenade at something that moves at light speed.
Oh my goodness. I would think he could avoid the grenade, but I don't know.
Oh, it avoided the grenade and then shoved it in his pants.
Oh dear.
He took it out of his pants and then it blew up.
Oh my god.
Like the speed of light, you can't see those guys moving. It looks like they're standing still. And then the fact that there's two of them.
Oh my god. It'd be worse if they...
like a mindless puppy, except it's extremely intelligent.
Oh my god. It'd be worse if they looked alike, I think.
Yeah, it would be.
I wrote some characters. I've never done anything with them. But basically the plot line or the twist of the comic or book, it was supposed to be a book, was that he was a set of twins. And that's how he could be in more than one place at one time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was stupid. It was stupid decisions. I don't encourage it. No. It was bad writing.
Okay.
I don't
think this monster has arms. Sorry, I was just making sure that this monster doesn't have arms.
You're fine.
It's just like, does he have arms? No.
Oh, crap it. I drew bubbles when it's supposed to be steam.
I was also working on something else.
You're fine. Oh, I have good news.
What?
I got my downstairs bathroom done.
Oh, nice.
Do 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 do. Other than painting.
Wait, so if I open my files, what the hell was I working on? Oh, I know I'm working on that, and I was working on that. Oh, I still gotta do that one.
The bouncer one, maybe?
I mean, yeah, I got that digitalized now, and part of the main colored.
Work with whatever your heart wants to work with. Drug. Let your soul lead the way.
Oh, good.
I'm cute over fluff. Did I tell you where my aunt's redoing her kitchen?
Again?
No.
Oh.
I may have already told you this. She's redoing her kitchen. She actually has scheduled her appliances, but due to COVID and stuff, they probably won't be here until sometime in April. And anyway,
I have to zoom in a little bit of that, but that's my rough draft of what I'm currently working on.
But anyway, and so we've been cleaning out her kitchen and stuff. So every day I've had off, I've either been helping her or trying to work on the bathroom. Pretty much all that's left in the bathroom is to decorate it and to paint it. And like I had planned on painting it maybe Tuesday, which is my next weekday off, and work on my aunt's kitchen on Sunday. And that just didn't work out. She's like, "Oh, I'll just take off Tuesday and we can get painting done or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, the bathroom's gonna wait for another couple months." It's functional. You can actually use the bathroom in it and stuff. It's so convenient when I get off of work. I'm revealing my secret bathroom habits now.
Julian just had to have that porcelain throne.
I named him Flusher.
Flusher.
I thought about naming him Poopsie, but then I was like, nah, I don't always poop, so Flusher works better. I had to order that thing over the mail. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
I have an older house, and apparently the floor down in the basement when it was poured, because it's concrete, is not perfectly straight, and as a result, my walls can't be perfectly straight down there. And they had to really fight to put in the toilet. And I had a small, itty bitty space compared to most, like, the standards of house building has changed. Like, back in the 70s when this house was built, the standard for toilets was a 10-inch rough-in. And that's what that new toilet is. But the new standard is 12-inch rough-ins. And that 2 inches makes, like, apparently a difference or whatever. Particularly when you have a concrete wall behind you that you have to take into account. And, so that was fun. And I had, like, a hard time even finding one on Amazon, which is where I ended up buying it from. Oh, I think I told everyone else this, but I didn't tell you this. I made cheesecake for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, nice.
It was good. I ended up creating more work for myself, though. Okay, the recipe I use requires, like, a Oreo crust, pie crust thing. And they're pre-ground up and stuff. For the life of me, I could not find freaking Oreo crust. So, I grabbed up some chocolate graham crackers, crunched them up, and put like an extra bit of cocoa powder and some butter into it. And yeah, my homemade crust was way better.
Always tastes better when there's effort into it.
Yeah, but it's like, oh my god. I make a lemon cheesecake that's really good. I'm planning on maybe making that around Easter.
Have you ever had flan?
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with it, but maybe because it was like from a cheap restaurant. Maybe if I homemade it or it was made by someone who knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah, I heard it's really difficult to make, but it tastes really good. I can see why they had an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, just everybody addicted to the stuff.
I had there's a manga series called Kitchen Princess. And okay, this series makes no goddamn sense. But basically in it there is two brothers and one's a little bit older and then there's a younger one. And the girl gets transferred into this hoity-toity like place. She was an orphan raised by her grandmother, I think. And she was all excited to go to this like prestige school. She had like a scholarship, think basically host club, but not as funny. And she goes and she meets the two brothers and she falls in love with both of them. And she decides that she really likes the older brother. And as soon as she started dating the older brother, he gets killed in a car accident. And I'm like, well, damn. And the younger brother comforts her, and 2 chapters later, if that much, a lookalike to the older brother shows up, and he's like a cousin or something, I don't know. And he's like, evil or whatever, or at least has an attitude about him. I'm like, what am I on?
Season 4 of Alabama.
Apparently.
The state, apparently.
Apparently. And anyway, these little clouds look stupid. Anyway, they were like, okay, and they settled it, and like every episode she had to cook something, and she had ended up working in like this little fancy cafe that's attached to the school, and that's how she starts making extra money to help support herself and the kids back at the orphanage or whatever crap is her story. And I'm like, okay. And I think she ends up, if I remember correctly, she ends up with the younger brother. It was stupid.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it.
It was like cute in a way, and it got me interested in cooking more. But the recipes in it were not very simple recipes. Like, they were kind of difficult. And one of the recipes was flan. And I tried to copy it, but there was something I didn't have at that time. I can't remember now what it was. Some kind of dish. Like, it required, like, a lot of times the recipes were in grams rather than in cups. Which I can kind of maybe understand that because it's like a Japanese book and it's being translated. But it also did... What else did it do that was weird? Oh, it used like a lot of fancy tools that most kitchens would not have. Like, who the hell has a freaking double boiler in their kitchen? I'm not Gordon freaking Ramsay's.
A double boiler.
I don't even have a good shifter. Well, technically I have a shifter, but I need to throw it away because it's like old. I love to cook. It's fun though. I prefer simpler recipes personally. There's this recipe for broccoli casserole that my mom used. Oh my god, it was so good. And it's so good. Like, we make it every year for Thanksgiving and Easter. And it's basically just... It's cream of celery, I think. Or cream of mushroom one. And then, like, some cheese. The broccoli. And then you put graham crackers. Or, not graham crackers, but, hi-ho crackers on top. And then you cook it. Oh, and then the recipe for... corn casserole is really good, but it's not as easy. Tell us down below, do you want to see me do a cooking show? Because I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, God.
One of the first videos I ever did was of me making cornbread. You did? Oh my god.
I think you even, like, cut to, like, you just making a completely different batch off camera.
Oh my god, it wasn't that bad.
She's like, okay.
No, I had to slow myself down, and I couldn't, like, talk in the kitchen at that point. And so I had to slow myself really down in order to, like, actually list the instructions. And because I couldn't hold my camera, because at that point all I had was a freaking iPad. And so I was holding it's like a 9.7 inch iPad. Same iPad I've had all along, folks. Help support me so I can buy an upgrade. But no, seriously.
See me do a cooking show. I could always start off mine with my good old-fashioned recipe crystal math.
Oh my god. Don't listen to her.
Or would you like some Coke?
Oh my god. Well, you do have that you did have that hoard of sodas.
Yeah, I can teach you how to make some Coke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're right. We should just start off with some spiked ice cream.
Oh my god.
Okay, it'll go easier. We'll make rum.
She's joking, I think.
Yeah. Everybody knows the real drug with me is just being in my presence alone or anywhere in my vicinity.
It's true, I'm totally high now.
If you hear somebody giggling like a Peter Griffin Sands in the middle of the woods, you just start running the opposite way.
Oh my god. But anyway, I just had this freaking big old iPad. Well, it's not old. It wasn't old at that point. But I had this big iPad, and I was like, I want to do this because people need to know how to make Southern cornbread because my cornbread's good. And
Those revelations that you only get at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just like, I have to show the world before it's too late. My time is high. This cornbread. It'll save humanity one day.
it might. You don't know. And so I was like, and normally I don't measure my cornbread because that's like Southern cornbread's one of these things that you just sort of eyeball. And that's how my aunt taught me. And so I had kind of did a trial and error for the past 2 or 3 times before that I made cornbread to get the measurements for it. And so I was like, 1.5 cups of cornmeal. Try to get the 3 Rivers kind if you can. An egg, a stick of butter, and like a 1/3 cup of oil, I think. And I don't think I ever got the measurement for the milk. And I was like, pour your milk till it covers the cornbread pretty good. Stir it and make it look like pancake batter. It was horrible. I'm not thinking it's a great film, and maybe someday I'll refilm it, but it was bad. I'm surprised anyone watched that.
Y'all don't forget to stir now, you hear?
Oh my gosh. It was pretty bad. I need to plug myself in. Egg.
Plug in your YouTube channel on your YouTube channel. Now these are just Jillian next level plays.
No, I'm looking for that.
Advertise even when I'm live. I need to advertise.
I do.
Everybody subscribe to Jillian. You're right here. Just hit the subscribe button. You've already made it. This is still an ad, but it's an ad for here.
There's like 3 views to this thing, and it's 3 minutes long. And I'm betting you're at least one or two of those to use.
I think I've actually watched it twice before.
Okay. So, you watched it twice. I watched it a third time. So now everybody knows my dirty secret. It's gonna find it now.
You watch, one day that'll be your most watched video just because it became a meme. I learned how to make cornbread. It's very vital at this 4 o'clock in the morning. Pardon my low tone of voice. I have to keep it down because my family's asleep. But I thought it was majorly important to, let you all know about cornbread.
Well, I don't know. I just thought it would be... I don't know. The description of my channel is a art experiment or something like that. And I was like, I need to include just me being in the wild, and this is me being in the wilds.
Wait, what is the description of my channel? Hang on, I gotta actually look. I never actually cared to look back. God, there's still 33 subscribers. What are you people doing with your lives? Why are you still here?
I'm one of them.
I haven't been live in like 2 months. Anyway, description. A art channel that does random art rambles and speed paints. Please send me an email or message me on Discord if you want to commission me. Or you can commission me on DA. And then it just shows my links. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. That's a lack of any emotion.
All that mine says is art channel and storytelling experiment.
I mean, I just pretty much called it what it was.
I don't have any links. That's just all it says.
I mean, my Redbubble's also there, and I got the links set up properly for my DeviantArt.
I need to do that at some point. Oh, at some point you need to
start contributing to my Redbubble again.
Yeah. At some point, will you show me how to convert my art to Redbubble right sizes?
Yeah.
Yay. Well, I want to make these... Hold on, let me show them again. These actual stickers.
I guess that you saw my stickers.
No, I just want stickers.
I have a lot of stickers. I mean, I didn't make a Redbubble because I'm just like, oh, everybody knows my characters. They're like the best. No, I made them because stickers are nice and my characters look nice. Maybe somebody out there wants drug twerking on Slenderman. On their fridge.
Well, I'm fully planning at some point, whenever everything goes back to normal, to go to conventions and stuff, and I don't think my art will sell, but it's worth a try.
I would go to a convention, but I don't have a car or any means of getting to point A to point B. I mean, my art would probably sell if I actually did things that were popular instead of my own characters, because people would probably be looking at, like, wow, this is really cool. What is this? What's it from? Oh, it's my original stuff. Oh, cool. Do you have a storyboard written out? No. Do you have a book? No. Cartoon? No. Comic? No. What do you have? I have my things.
Well, as long as you're having fun. I mean, I've bought stuff like that before from a person. I think it depends. For me, I tend to buy fan art pieces, but that is because I'm a big weeb, and I'm fully proud of it. Go Weeb Nation! Woohoo!
I mean, I definitely know some of my stuff would sell. Like, for instance, the cane sticker I have would definitely look cool at the, bottom of a skateboard or something.
I don't know, Drug's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
See, I don't think the Magnificent Maiden would, only because she's too generic looking. I'm fully aware of my stereotypical magical girl-ness. No, Jillian, don't be your nonsense. Your character's totally original.
I mean, Drug isn't really that original either.
Eh.
I mean, sure, I made it back all the way in, 2009, but...
I was 14 when I made the Magnificent Maiden. I graduated in 2016 from high school. I'm aging myself greatly now. I am old lady.
I mean, the first concept of Drug kind of came about when FNAF was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more popular. I'm not sure if it gotten more popular or less popular. I don't know. I just hear less people actually discuss about it like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, the whole of the mask is like a living thing, and embedding itself into the person is kind of a little rip-off of FNAF.
See, it reminded me of The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, no. That's only a Drug because she's a dick. Like, she's the only one that really fucks around.
I didn't know until much later on that was like an actual comic character or whatever. I was such an innocent child who didn't know anything.
Why do I torture myself like this?
I don't know, the same reason I gave Bubbles here that collar. It looks cool. Draw what makes you happy, sweetie. If you're being frustrated with one piece, switch to a different one.
I mean, it's going fine. It's just, a lot of my art nowadays takes a lot of time to do.
Same.
It's just like I also have work and stuff.
Same.
So it's not like I can just sit around and draw all day. Not that I ever really did in the first place, but it's just like... Yeah, it takes a while.
Right now, I'm trying to keep my life somewhat on a schedule, whether or not it actually happens. I'm going to try to be better about streaming every Saturday, right after I work. So maybe like about 9-10 o'clock, depending. Or if I happen to feel like it, like today, I might be coming on.
I think I actually might have like a serious medical condition at this point.
Oh no!
Because, like, I do this thing, and it's been going on for years now.
Mm-hmm.
To where, like, I'll go to bed, like a normal person. Maybe it'll be after work. Maybe it'll be on a day off, but I'll go to bed. I'll either be going to bed or going to take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll sleep. And then hours will pass. And then And then I finally wake up and went to bed on like Saturday, and now it's Wednesday.
Do you sleep good the rest of the time?
I must have been sleeping pretty good. I mean, I slept for days in a row without waking up to go to the bathroom or anything.
Huh.
It's like I hibernated like a bear. That's like another thing too, is that like I can't wake myself up either.
Huh. Like, have you just tried doing an alarm clock?
I can do like an alarm clock. The only problem with that is that it eventually stops making the noise.
See, mine will make that noise for about 30 minutes.
And like, okay, so like nothing really works with it. It's just like if I get that type of tired, like I know I'm in for a very long sleep. This is why like I haven't really been making any YouTube. Well, one of the many reasons, but one of the more major ones. This is why I haven't been doing YouTube videos or doing Twitch or even posting on DeviantArt, because it's just I've just been in a constant state of sleep. And then by the time I wake up, it's time to go to work again. So then I gotta go to work. And then I get off of work. And yeah, I'll try every now and again to work on art if I have the energy for it, but I have to get my sleep for work. So I fall asleep. And then it's time for work again.
Not saying you have it, but it sounds kind of like depression to me, sweetie.
No, it's not really like that, because it's just I can't wake up.
Huh.
And it's not like, oh, I just don't want to get up or anything. It's like, seriously, you could kick me as hard as you possibly could. I will not fucking flinch.
Huh. Yeah, whenever you're whatever's...
I'm like a dead carcass.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's something you might want to get checked.
I mean, I looked up my symptoms online, which, by the way, never take online too seriously. But I'm actually showing a lot of symptoms of, like, a very rare sleep disorder, where apparently your spine, like, acts kind of like a drug. I know the fucking coincidence here and the karma, but still. But apparently your spine, like, emits, like, some type of substance that makes you stay asleep, because it's like a sleep drug. And it'll just keep doing it over and over, and it basically sends you into a state of, like, a self-coma.
Huh.
I think the disorder that I matched the most with was hypersomnia. And, like, I do have a lot of the same similarities. Like, I cannot, for the life of me, stay awake when the sun is up. I would have to be in a very non-lit area, like in a building or something, in order to even stay awake during the day. And it's just kind of ridiculous at this point, because I can't get anything done. And, like, yeah, sure, I feel a little bit depressed about it, because, like, I'm missing so much that I want to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just got a new Switch, and I got my Animal Crossing.
Ooh, we can play together again.
Yeah, I had to make a new island.
I'll help you build it up again. I haven't played in mine in almost a year. Oh my god, the weeds.
But yeah, it's just like, I had a lot more games than I thought I had. But anyway, I got that, but I can't even play it because I'm just asleep.
Well, whenever you can go to the doctor, you can get that checked or whatever. Surely there's some kind of medicine you can take.
I mean, next month, yeah, I can schedule a doctor's appointment because I'll finally have health insurance.
Yay!
But, yeah, it's just,
Adulting is hard.
it's not even that, bills don't really scare me because, you know, I'm responsible and stuff. And it's just, like, I'm gonna do my taxes soon. Which I'll just go to a person for that, so.
I'd recommend my guy, but he's local, so he wouldn't help you. We live states away. Yay!
It's alright. I got a work friend that offered their guy to me.
Well, that's good.
Which he doesn't charge much at all, so that way you actually get something back.
Solar heat wave.
But no, it's just like I can handle myself pretty well. It's just the fact of, like, not being able to awaken.
Well,
And I mean, it was worse before, I'll be honest about that. Like, when I was under a lot more stress,
mm-hmm.
it was, pretty bad.
Well, sometimes, like...
I guess the way to describe it was, like, how it was in the past is that instead of staying asleep for over 14 hours or staying asleep for just over 2 days, I'd stay asleep over half a month.
Oh my god. How did you not starve or whatever?
I mean, I woke up and I was extremely hungry, if that counts, but, yeah, I just would be out for a long time. I mean, when you sleep, you use up less energy. And I don't know, I also might have been, like, in an actual coma at that point for several times in a row, but... This definitely was a bit more concerning in the past. I'm just glad I have days where I can be awake. Which is another thing, too, like... I know I remember I told you I have autism and epilepsy, right?
Mm-hmm. I told you about that girl in Girl Scouts. She had, I'm not sure if it was really epilepsy, but it was some kind of seizure condition, and she cut her hair and it got a lot better.
Yeah, but anyway. Well, before I was under an extreme amount of stress, and now that there's been a lot less stress in my life for the past year, it's reduced quite a bit.
That's good.
To the point where I can stay awake, but I think it's also when I was being medicated for that stuff. That also might have something to play with me staying asleep for a lot longer. Also, like, I haven't been taking any epilepsy medication for almost a year and a half now, I would say. And I've actually been doing extremely better without anything whatsoever.
Huh.
Like, I'm starting to question if I ever needed the medication in the first place.
Some people have such a minor case that they don't.
I think you're getting cut out.
Huh?
I think you're getting cut out.
Oh. I have Omlet. It's good for some things, but...
You have Omlet?
Yes. That's what I stream with.
You stream with an Omlet?
It's this streaming app.
Oh.
That's what it's called.
I mean, I use OBS to record my footage and stuff like that, but you just use breakfast.
I use an egg. It's delicious.
Oh my god. I'm using Omelet.
Have you ever seen that episode of Dexter's Laboratory?
Very, very long time ago.
Okay, basically, he has this class that he's taking and it's French, and he had tried to learn and he couldn't for some reason because he's been too busy inventing stuff. And so he took like one of his father's or mother's CDs about learning French, or he bought one, and he was like, studies have shown that you can learn in your sleep 9 times better than you can in real life. I bet I can learn the whole language of French overnight because my brain's so great, or whatever. And my Dexter mimicry is awesome. Don't question me, folks. Anyway, it starts telling, like, doing these different phrases and, bonjour, and, buongiorno, and then it starts talking about breakfast and ordering breakfast or whatever, and it gets stuck on omelette du fromage over and over again, which means omelet with cheese. And the next morning when Dexter wakes up, he's like, all he can say is omelette du fromage. Like, literally, that's all he can say. And so, like, when he gets on the bus in the morning, he accidentally bumped into this big bully or whatever, and Dexter's like, omelette du fromage, omelette du fromage, omelette du fromage. And the bully's like, oh, sorry, dude, I didn't know it was like that. And then helped him pick up his books or something like that. And then, like, by the end, he has all these girls eating out of his hand by him just saying, omelette du fromage. And, yeah. And, like, this day goes awesome, considering all he can literally say is omelette du fromage. And, he's like, at the end, he goes to his laboratory, which is behind his, like, bookcase or whatever. And he tries to say the password, which I think it's like DD sucks or something like that. And all he can say is omelette du fromage, and the laboratory self-destructs because he didn't say the right password or whatever.
Yeah.
It's funnier in person, okay? Back in my day, cartoons were funny.
Back in my day, cartoons were traumatizing, and that's what we grew up on. Beware the slap.
Oh my god. Have you ever seen that Tommy the Toaster or whatever it is?
No.
Oh my god, it's awful. You talk about kids being afraid of clowns. That's why. Or one of the reasons why. And I had like this Barney movie that I watched when I was a kid. Oh my god, watching it in hindsight is like, oh my god, what is this?
I know you're probably gonna judge me for this, but I think Furbies are actually pretty cute.
I liked Furby. I have one still, one of the original ones. Whether he's actually alive or not is debatable, but I have him.
It's just kind of weird. It's just like I kind of find creepy things cute.
That's okay. We all have our thing.
Yeah, which is probably why I draw a lot of things that are scary or horrific looking.
Add text. Boop. I've almost got the line art in the box text done. Someday this comic will be done. It'll still be crapola, but it'll be done.
One day I'll finish this dino without arms. You better not have arms. I don't think those are arms. No, that's not. Yeah, he doesn't have arms.
That's okay. We all are different in different ways, and we gotta love and appreciate each other for our differences.
I'm just trying to tell if this guy has arms or if he doesn't have arms.
You sound like me when I'm trying to interpret someone's drawing to do a request or something. I'm like, is this where that part starts, or is this where this part starts?
I mean, I'm not even getting paid to do any of this. It's just like Monster Hunter monsters are just very detailed. I mean, they're also 3D models, so...
Oh my god. I don't think I could do that.
I mean, I'm drawing what is potentially something that is already 3D into a 2D platform.
I need to do some more animation. But I don't have time right now. Boop. 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 Come on, stupid thing. That's not what I want. Boop.
That looks bad. Here we go.
I know when I started this comic page, I couldn't draw the Magnificent Mane to save my life. I was just like, nope, nope, nope.
I mean, I guess it's true what they say, the higher quality of stuff you want, the more time it takes to make.
Have you seen that dragon that I did?
Because, like, in order to even, like, make my new OCs to begin with, because I kind of took some of their initial ideas from a thing that already existed, so I had to art trade for it. But the downfall of the art trade is that it's just like, I did offer 5 pieces of art in my style, but then she only gave me about 2 weeks, if even, to finish it all. When one of my drawings takes almost over a week. And then it's just like, no rush. It's just like, yeah, no rush, huh? Well, you'll get what you get, because that's pretty much rushing the artist at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, I offer 5 drawings, and then you just want them now, so it's just like, okay, well, there you go. So don't blame me when me taking my time on the thing that I got from the 5 art pieces look a hell of a lot better than the 5 art pieces.
At that point, I mean, I'm not saying the OC wasn't worth it, but, like, I don't know.
I will be honest, like, the art that I gave for the trade was definitely good enough for what it was worth. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I wish I could take more time on the pieces. Because they were rather rushed, so I had to cut a lot of corners. A lot more than what I usually would. And, like, sure, I did do good for, like, having to make each piece in, like, only 2 hours, because I also had work. So for 2 hours a piece, I'd say I did fairly okay.
Yeah. Well, at least your art looks like you've taken time out with it. I feel like sometimes, and like my sticker pieces don't, I'm not counting those. Those I did for meme value.
Simple.
Yeah, I just wanted to be simple. I was not in the mood. But
Stuff like pattern lines, those are simple too.
Right. But, yeah, that looks good. Okay. Time to color.
I live by the standard of, like, your final sketch is what the piece is going to look like. So if your sketch is sloppy, the final result will be sloppy.
My sketches look awful.
Like, the sketch phase is supposed to be the fix-it phase. So, like, let's say you can fix it. Let's say the head needs to be bigger. You can fix it, you know?
Okay.
It's the phase where you can alter things.
Yeah, well. This is what the sketch rough draft of this page looked like. I commented before that this would probably give you anxiety because your sketches are so pretty compared to this. This is my finish line work. So, you know.
That's also another thing too, is that everybody thinks it's just like, oh, her prices are probably, like, super high. Because, like, I even did a poll once from, like, random friends, acquaintances, and just people in general. And, like, I just showed them, like, not even a finished product. I just showed them, like, a halfway done sketch. And I'm just like, what price tag would you give this? And most of them did a price range of like $70 to $200.
Yeah.
And that's for just what was done, not the finished product. And I'm just like, are you serious? I charge like $5 for a finished product.
I charge like 10 and like I don't get that many.
You even charge higher than I do, and people just look at me and they're just like, yeah, there's no way I can afford this. And it's just like, but you can though. Like, it's not my actual job. Like, I want to do commissions for fun. Like, I would like to just say, like, hey, I did this, and somebody, even though they paid me a very small amount, I still got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's, like, the more prideful thing. It's not about how much the commission was worth. It's the fact that you had one.
Right. I got one not that long ago, a couple of days ago.
Also, real quick, this is not an excuse to go harass artists and then say you should just be grateful for getting my commission in the first place. If you do that, you can suck your own non-existent cock or cock.
Let me see if I can find it.
That is not an excuse to be bad to other artists.
No. And artists charge what they charge in order to... Because that's... need or whatever. Oh, here it is. Okay,
And
this...
some people actually do this for a real job.
Yeah, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. I did this...
I couldn't handle... I don't know why you wish for that so much, you see. I can't handle the pressure of that.
I don't know. I've always wanted a creative job, and that's the only thing I can think of. So, this is my commission that I did 3 or 4 nights ago, I guess. It's, Reku, I think is his name on DeviantArt, who commissioned me. He's really sweet and stuff. Where did my comic go again? I need to label my stashes and stuff.
I mean, I also just don't talk to people, and when I also get spammed with all those stupid stuff that people usually do on DeviantArt, like the whole I favorited somebody's art because I thought it looked kind of neat, but didn't really have anything to say about it, and then they're on my page being like, oh, I see you didn't, say anything in the comments. Why don't you come over here and discuss it a bit more? I'm going to hold you hostage until you say what you like about it.
Oh my god.
I don't like people like that. It's just like, if I have nothing to say, I have nothing to say.
I don't expect people to say anything. Now, sometimes if I've had someone favorite, like, a crap ton of pieces, like, I'm talking 5 or more. Sorry, Samantha.
Then you got those people, it's just like, well, I like their art a lot and stuff like that. And then I'll leave their page, because it's just like, okay, I've seen enough. And then they're just like, hey, I seen you like several of my pieces, why don't you, watch me?
I used to do that, in all fairness. But it was like, if they favorited more than 5 pieces, I'd be like, go ahead.
Well, I usually favorite them because it's just like, I like them, so it's just like, I'll favorite them.
Uh-huh.
And they would just be like, hey, well, if you like all my pieces so much, maybe I'll make more that you like, so you might want to watch me. Nah, I don't want to watch you. But why not? You like my pieces. It's okay. Well, why can't you just watch me? Because I don't want to watch you. Why don't you want to watch me? Because I don't like spam. Oh, I only post my art. I don't do anything much else. I promise I won't spam you. Okay, I guess I'll watch you. Is that carnival music in the... Oh, God! Post, blog, journal, depressing suicide note. Hey, guys, I'm back.
Oh, my God.
It's just like, what the fuck?
God, what do you think about mine where I post all the friggin' time?
It would literally be like, hey guys, join my Discords. 2 seconds later. What's your favorite type of purple? 2 seconds later. Hey guys, I found this neat hand tutorial video. 2 seconds later. Hey guys, about that hand video, it kind of sucks. 3 seconds later. I'm so sad. I broke up with my boyfriend. I'm gonna eat some ice cream. 3 seconds later. It's okay, we made up.
I don't think I'm that bad, but...
Just like, okay, and I am gone. And then they're just like, hey, why'd you unwatch me? I thought you liked my art. It's because you lied.
Oh my God.
Just like, I'm a very introverted person. I don't want to hear how you're gonna off yourself every 5 seconds.
I'll post that I'm sad or something, or frustrated, but I do it like...
There are a lot of people on DeviantArt that will literally just pretty much bait that type of thing.
Oh my God.
And then proceed to be like only a few moments later, it's just like, I feel better now.
Oh my God. No, this past, I don't know if you saw it, but I was like, I don't feel like anything right now or whatever. Okay. Do you remember me telling you about the customer I had that was a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Wannabe? Well, he finally ordered something for a significant amount of money. And I kind of made a stream about this last night, I guess. I don't know. But anyway. And I don't know if you saw it or anything.
I just have one important question, though.
Yes.
What do you call your store for YouTube?
What do you mean?
Like that you work for YouTube.
I just call it the furniture store.
Okay, so you call yours the furniture store. You want to know what I call my line of work?
What?
It's Incorporated.
Well, I called my old...
Snack and everything packed.
Oh my God. I called my old job Threads because we sold clothes and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was a clever name. Eats.
It is. I like it. Boop, boop, boop. But anyway, he finally ordered a significant amount of stuff, like over $4,000 worth of pieces. And we're on commission. I get an hourly pay, but we're on commission. And we have to make a certain quota per month to stay. Pretty much we have to be above the 20% mark. Like, you can't hit below 20% for 3 months in a row before you and if you do, you get fired. So last month kind of sucked, and I wasn't below the 20%. I was like 48, I think.
Well, that's still pretty good for everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, well, I'm still getting fussed at work for not being higher than that. But anyway, that's a separate problem altogether. And
You just stick out your hand and then spread it across the aisles to show them how many people are actually willing to buy furniture nowadays.
well, not only that, but they expect me to force these little old people and families who really need stuff to buy furniture protection and stuff onto it. And it is a good deal. It is something that I would recommend. But I'm not going to force a little old lady who can barely afford this little cheap table to add furniture protection on top of it. I'll suggest it and name all the good qualities that the furniture protection offers. But I'm not going to force her or him to do it. Anyway.
Jillian, when I'm at work, I force the robbers to buy things.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't believe how many times this actually happened to me at this point.
Oop. I believe you. Let me get another Coke. What time is it? Okay, it's 11:30.
If I was doing commission-based stuff, it's just like, yeah, I'd sell somebody the most expensive stuff, like, without a care.
See, I'm nicer, I guess. But I try very hard.
They complain about the price, I'll just say, you ever heard of Goodwill?
Some people literally, they complain about all of our prices, whether I show them the cheapest or the most expensive thing ever. And I'm like, well, you can try the secondhand shop down the road. That sounds mean, but I mean,
Wrong with secondhand, really. I mean, most of my belongings, or practically all of them, have become secondhand things, except for my most expensive stuff. Like, heck, even a lot of my clothes aren't even mine.
I like to thrift. It's just, like, I don't know. But I try to... I actually bought a sterling silver bracelet from a thrift shop not that long ago. It was pretty. Oh, and what was that other thing I bought? I bought a top that I'll probably never wear, and a ceramic vase that's shaped like a shell, like a seashell. And what I'm going to do in that new bathroom downstairs, because it's ocean themed, I'm going to put the shell on one corner of the sink and put my hairdryer and a brush in it.
This becomes scary boy. Sorry, that was out of context.
It's okay, I was putting lotion on myself earlier and I was like, I'm secretly a lizard person.
This become a liquidy thing. I don't know.
Have you ever seen the movie V?
No?
Okay. There's several versions of this. My favorite is from like the 70s, 80s. And it's this mini TV series called V. It's literally just the letter V. And basically it's where these aliens come to Earth and they seem friendly and nice, give us a lot of advancements and stuff, and are all helpful and stuff. And they offer to take some of us up with them to wherever they are from, and, you know, introduce them to their planet and stuff. And people are like, oh yeah, sure, we'll go with you. At least a good chunk of people. And come to find out, the V are secretly lizard people. And that they were going to use the humans that they had captured as a food source.
I feel like this is the same plot that people say the government is made up of.
It basically.
They're not even original.
I think it was done before that conspiracy theory took off, though, in all fairness.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. People that make conspiracy theories, like, that's not even an original conspiracy theory because it's just ripped off from a movie.
Oh, and in it, this stupid teenage girl sleeps with one of them and gets pregnant with twins.
What is with you and twin pregnancy?
What, me?
You keep referencing twins.
I don't know. I have a thing for twins. I don't know. I have a secret fetish where I want to make myself a sandwich.
I thought that was Raider's secret fetish. Except he just wants to make an actual sandwich.
That's what I had for dinner tonight, actually. My dad made bacon-less tomato sandwiches. They were so good. Like, as soon as I get the white, I'll probably stop the stream. I may talk to you for a little bit longer, but...
Well, at least my dino's coming along.
Yay. Dino time.
I feel like if some little kid was watching me draw this, they'd just be freaking out. It's just like, dinosaur!
Dinosaur!
It goes for... Or just some Jurassic Park novice that's just like, that dinosaur obviously meant look like that in real life. I know, because it's from a game. But they're anatomically incorrect.
I got...
And how do you know what it would actually look like? Have you done the science?
Nope. I went through a stage, I think it was sometime last year, I went through a stage where I was, like, obsessed with dinosaurs again for the first time in many years. And I was like, I must draw dinosaurs. And
I think I might be a little secretly obsessed with them simply for the fact that I love playing Monster Hunter, and most of the monsters are either dragons or dinosaurs.
I like dinosaurs, they're cool. And I was like, I don't know if you were watching me at this time or not. You probably were. But I posted on my... yeah. Secretly my stalker, everyone. She doesn't have to work hard. I post my art every freaking day. Like a crazy person.
Sorry, I'm fogging up the window.
You could come in, I'll make you cookies.
Yay! Just your glass shatter a moment later. Just big thunk.
You could have knocked.
It's okay, I'm just drowning in your pool in the background.
You'd have to work pretty hard at it because it's got like a little gate and stuff. You'd have to work. Pole vault into it.
Just get stuck in the fence.
It's not even really a fence, it's like a doggy gate. I can't wait to get into the pool this summer. Oh my god. Boop boop.
All I know is that when I was a little kid, the things that I were into was like happy tree friends. Not for children, by the way.
No.
I know that now. Years later.
I wasn't introduced to that until much later on in life.
Well, I wasn't supposed to be introduced to it. It's just, remember when Blockbuster existed?
Uh-huh.
Well, remember how Happy Tree Friends had, like, the most kid-friendly covers imaginable?
Uh-huh.
So it's just like, hey, Mom, can I rent out this one? Oh, sure, that looks nice and harmless for my child. It's just cute, fluffy little animals, so we can, sit down and watch our horror movie. Yeah. I watched Happy Tree Friends, all the editions, for years and years. And finally, one day, when I was like, I think 12 years old, my mom came upstairs, saw what was on the screen, had a heart attack nearly, like, tried to frantically turn off the TV, only pausing for a moment and being like, you know what, fuck it, you're old enough now. And then walking away. I mean, she hasn't killed anybody yet by watching this stuff, and she was introduced to it pretty young, so whatever. It's too late now.
When I was about 4 or 5 years old, whenever the Jurassic Park, the original one, came out, my aunt had us a movie night, and she, my brother, and myself had watched some Disney movie. I don't even remember now what it was. And then they put me to bed, and then they put on the Jurassic Park movie, and I had apparently snuck back into her living room, and about the time that the T-Rex was eating someone, she heard a hee 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 hee. So they let me actually watch the rest of it with them because they figured I had seen the worst of it at that point.
Yeah. See, like, when I was growing up, I was never really able to watch, like, movies with, like, an actual killer in it with the family.
Mm-hmm.
But I was allowed to watch things like Mirrors and, like, Final Destination that didn't have a killer, but there was still death in it.
Huh.
I
See,
never really got that because it's just like, I can't watch Nightmare on Elm Street or Jason Voorhees, but I can watch, somebody getting impaled with a log.
I don't know.
Okay, I get it. I can't watch, Chucky, but I can watch somebody get stapled gunned unrealistically with a staple gun. I can't watch, Michael Myers doing his thing, but apparently it's okay to watch a dude get decapitated on a roller coaster and then get shards of glass in his back and spaghetti dropped on his head as he gets run over by a runaway trash can.
It's only natural.
Or, like, ladies dying in a tanning booth. It's just like, okay, I can watch all of these, like, ridiculous, over-dramatic, completely gory things, but I can't watch a guy in a mask lazily walk towards his victim for, like, 70% of the film.
That's too hazardous.
I know, right? I might get scared.
I don't know. My mom was very overprotective of me, so it just depended.
I totally wasn't afraid of my own reflection for years. My brother was also afraid of his own reflection for years.
Huh.
Yeah, we showered without the mirror facing the bathroom for a while.
I went through a phase where I was scared of the basement. Now, our basement was very well lighted, all of it. And at that time, you could see almost every part of it from the one vantage point. And I think I told you about my imaginary friend who was a ghost boy, right? Okay. For those at home who don't know, I had an imaginary ghost friend. His name was Thomas. He was dead. He was like 9-ish years old at the time. Yeah. And he was killed by a bear, and he had his arm being ripped off, basically. And I believed that he was around, and there was a ghost spirit who lived, like a bear ghost spirit who lived in the basement. So, yeah. I was a weird little kid. Damn.
Oh, I learned something interesting the other day.
What's that?
Apparently there's people out there that have a fear, like an actual, grotesque fear for anything Disney.
Huh.
Apparently Mickey Mouse terrifies them, all the characters, it doesn't matter.
Huh.
So I guess to some people, Kingdom Hearts is a horror game. It's all your accumulated fears in one package.
Oh my god.
I mean, it truly is, though, if you're afraid of everything Disney.
I can't imagine. It's so cute and harmless for the most part.
I can understand where the fear comes from, I guess, in a way, because, when I was little, a lot of the characters definitely were depicting the, glamorous, child movie right there and now. Let's just say Cinderella did not look as beautiful as she does now.
I'm thinking about, for this upcoming Halloween, I know this is months away, but I kind of want to do sketch arts for it. And I've been kind of mulling this idea around in my head for a little bit about doing the Disney princesses, but drawn more accurately to their folktale counterparts, and kind of making them into horror type scenarios. For example, for Cinderella in the original story, she visited, one of the many versions. There's 1 billion versions of Cinderella, along with the other princesses. But for Cinderella, one version has her going to her dead mother's grave, and her mother's ghost basically acts like the fairy godmother and gives her the shoes are made of her mother's bones, and at the end, her stepsisters who try to fit themselves into the shoes or shoe had one of them cut off part of their heel, the other one cut off her toes, and they got chased away by birds and got their eyes pecked out. And so I thought it would be kind of interesting to do like Cinderella in kind of this bloody dress with like these bone shoes and like part of feet attached to her in some necklace with like her holding eyeballs and birds running around them.
I mean, just draw the Little Mermaid historically accurate.
Yeah, that too. She dies in the end.
Yeah.
Although, according to the original text, she dies and becomes sea foam for a time and becomes like a spirit to help sailors and stuff, and she eventually earns her way into heaven because little like mermaids don't have souls naturally or something stupid like that. It's weird.
I mean, there's also another story where she ate the prince.
I don't remember that one, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't know if I really like this page or not. It'll have to do. My goal is to at least get to page 30 before my birthday this year.
That's a good goal to set.
Yeah, I figured that's reachable since this is page 28. My birthday's in May, so I might even surpass it. Boop. I don't need that layer anymore. Ow, I popped my ankle and it didn't feel good. Ow, itchy. I need to decide what I want to do for that contest that I want to do on DeviantArt. Do you think if I made the deadline my birthday, that would be enough time for most people?
I don't know when your birthday is.
It's May 26th.
May 26th. It's March right now. March, April, May. I think that's a pretty long time.
Yeah. I have like $50, $53 worth of points on DeviantArt, plus all those stupid fragments that I don't know what the hell to do with on DeviantArt. So, like, the points, people trade those for, like, services and stuff. But the fragments are kind of pointless to me. I don't know.
I should just, like, wait until a few days that's left of your little contest. Give everybody hope and then just submit my entry.
I was like, sorry, guys.
Just like, oh, by the way, you're fucked. No, I wouldn't do that. Here's the thing I've been working on for a year. I totally just did this today, no joke.
I don't even know what I would do it with, so it's just something I've been thinking about doing for a little while now. It's like,
I guess it also depends, like, if it's something that can't look edgy or gory, it's just like, I'm up be in trouble. It's just like, okay, kawaii mode activate.
Kawaii mode activate?
Every time I try to make something look cute, it just looks dumb. It's like, why can't you be adorable? Why do you have to look weird? I know what cuteness looks like. I cannot imitate.
It's okay. When I draw creepy, I end up with stuff like the hugger.
I'm a hug you.
That hug you so hard. My brother, myself, and my aunt play this game where it's called Squish. And basically it's like it sounds. We give each other hugs until we can't breathe.
But what if you don't stop?
That's part of the rules. That if someone asks to be let up or not now, they let you go.
What if I don't want to let go? What if I'm like SpongeBob and I never want to let you down?
Again, it's sort of like one of those roles that you gotta let the other person go. And that way they can breathe.
Play Undertale? Since when do I follow rules?
Yeah, I think I'll quit the stream for now. And I'll continue talking to you for a little bit. So hold on. Like and subscribe, everyone. Say bye to